Okay, this is Best of What's Around by Dave Matthews. This is, he moves around quite a bit in this song, has some kind of odd chord shapes throughout it. There's three parts. There's kind of the verse, and then this kind of other part of the verse, I would say. And then there's also a chorus. I guess I would call it the chorus. It's kind of a weird song and composition. But the all right. So starting with the verse, he's going to be doing a slide from 5 to 7 with the ring finger on the D string. And then he hits that same note, sliding, and then again. And then he goes to the G string, hitting 5, where you end up putting your index finger in behind. So, and then you add on the 8th, the low E, with your pinky. So putting it together is kind of like this. Okay? You go down to an F. So. Then you end up on this kind of odd shape that's similar to that first chord of the song, but you're actually going to be sliding it all down, starting on 10, and you're going to take these two fingers that were on the G and the D and move them to the D and the A, so that you're 10th fret on the E, 9th fret on the A, and then 7th fret on the D. Okay, so it's F, going down to that part, and then he does this kind of walk down C, where he goes. Then he goes back to that beginning slide part. Sliding. F. And then this kind of D chord. It's actually a D suspended, I think. And he adds in, it's just like a C, slide it up, down to beginning at 3 and ending at 5. And then adding in the E on the high E, adding in 5th. So that's the whole composition of the verse. I'll try to show you a little up close here. Play a little slow. And for both of those slides from the F up to this crazy chord, or from the F down to the C, you can kind of leave, if you want to just kind of make the transition easier, you can take your ring finger that's going to stay on that A string, and then add everything around it. Same. There, okay. So that would be my one kind of, I guess, tip for the progression to make it a little easier. Then there's the kind of second part of the verse, that the "you and me have a better time, most can dream." That part, and the way that starts is this A, and then it's I guess that's D flat minor. So you're just taking that A, skipping it down 1 fret and skipping up to the A string, beginning on the A string instead of the E. Okay, so again, A, it's D flat, then he goes down to this chord, which is going to be 4th fret on the D string, and then 2nd fret on G and B. So, and then you go back to that D, then you play that weird D chord with the extra note in here behind, just like in the verse. Now to an A. So this is kind of this just broken B minor. You just play it, just one beat, and you go from that chord to 4th fret E, and back to the A again. And you can do it this way too. Oops. Or whatever's more comfortable. That's kind of that Dave shape that he uses sometimes. And then from there, this just kind of fill part, he plays an A, and then just kind of scales down on the low E, 3, 2, 1, like this. I play an A. You see the way it goes. He may play an A minor, excuse me. Either way, just figure out which one sounds best. But I like the A. In fact, I just usually concentrate on the 2 middle strings, D and G. I like the A because it's easier to mute the strings. But you're already kind of in that muted position. And so that fill part then follows into the I guess what I would call the chorus, which starts on an A, then down to that D flat minor, kind of a B minor, and then a G minor. So now back again to that. Now it's going back into the verse. And then the second part of the verse. So that's pretty much the whole song. Hopefully that was detailed enough. He definitely moves around quite a lot in this song, kind of the typical Dave ADD style of not wanting to stay on a chord too long and ringing out full chords. He just kind of moves all over the place, keeping that kind of rhythmic Dave approach. So that's best of what's around.